300-point competitive heroclix build coming right up.
Mr. Clicksflix is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at LuckyDiceCafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also brought to you by TrollandToad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Use the promo code Mr. Clicksflix for 5% off your HeroClix order today.
Alright guys, today we're taking a look at a 300-point competitive heroclix build that I've been toying around with a little bit online and in my personal time. So we're going to take a look at it, see how it goes, see what makes it tick, and you guys let me know what you think of it in the comments below. I think it's an interesting team. You guys have probably seen something fairly similar to it, but you know, maybe I can introduce a small twist or something like that, get you thinking, and maybe run this version of it. Or you can tell me in the comments why I'm totally wrong. I know you guys will do that too if I'm doing something wrong. So, the main parts of the team we're going to take a look at are Thanos Ultra Chase from Black Panther and the Illuminati. We've got a Unseen from Avengers Infinity. We've got a Groot at 20 points. And a Wonder Woman, Skyscraper Wonder Woman at 15 points. And then to go along with our build, a Soul Gem, which we have to pay an additional 10 points for. A Ego Gem, which gets automatically attached to Thanos, so we don't have to pay for that. And then we have a Spin Ring for the Mandarin, so that's 275 points for the base team itself. So what are we looking at doing generally with this team? Well, this is your basic cosmic theme team that you're going to be running. So we've got Thanos here for the heavy hitter stuff. His stats are just really good, so we'll take a look at that here for just a second. So we're running them at the 160 point line just because that I feel gives you the best chance to succeed, and it makes it so that you can call in a lot of characters. So he's got a 7 range single target, 10 movement with sidestep, 12 attack, 18 defense with invincible, and 4 damage with a special, and cosmic power cosmic team ability and mystic's team ability. So what he can do is his first trait starts with the Ego Gem, which gives +1 to any stat. Then he's got another trait which is free once per game, generate a Screet, which basically, all you need to know about her is she can do any stat +2 or -2, and then you roll a d6, and what's the result? A 1 or a 2, it does nothing. Then the special on his defense, or I'm sorry, on his damage is a perplex. If he uses it on a friendly target, they gain power cosmic. If he uses it on an opposing character, that character can't use willpower or protected outwit until your next turn. So basically, he takes away power cosmic team ability, which is fabulous. So he is who we're having. He's just got a lot of perplex. You figure he's got his perplex on his own, plus he's got the Ego Gem, plus he's got Screet. So that's really a 4, you know, kind of like a floating 4 modifier out there that you can use in various ways. Then we have the Soul Gem here, which is going to go on Chase Thanos, and it gives him Steel Energy with close or range attacks and +1 defense, which is really what we want, the +1 defense. Between that and the Ego Gem, you can get him up to a 20 defense without using any of his perplexes from Screet or himself, although I don't think he can target himself with perplex. Now that I'm just talking, it's late. But anyway, so there's that. That's always going to go on him, and you can have the Ego Gem and the Soul Gem on him at the same time because of what the Ego Gem does. So that is what we're going to do with that. Then we have Unseen on here, and he's on here just basically as a call-in battery and lend some support to Thanos. So he's got phasing teleport, stealth. When he uses phasing teleport, he can use smoke cloud. So you can use this either in a defensive way or an offensive way. You can use the smoke cloud to make it so that you can get really close. You can put it under your opponent so they get -1 attack. You know, it's pretty versatile. He's got improved targeting, ignores basically everything but blocking terrain. and then he's got a unique modifier. Opposing Colossal Retaliations get -2 attack, which is really handy. Super Senses on 4 through 6. Outwit, Probability Control. So there we go there. He's only 4 clicks long. You guys are probably pretty well versed with him. But, you know, he's really handy. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to equip the Spin Ring to him. That gives him Telekinesis. Free, choose a character within 3 squares in line of fire. Place that character in an adjacent square. So what you're able to do is, you know, possibly place an opposing character outside of hindering terrain so that Thanos can draw a line of fire. You can TK Thanos so that he's got a better line of fire somewhere. You know, just it opens up a lot of possibilities. Before I thought of Spin Ring on this team, I had thought of the Reality Gem, which is 5 more points to bring you up to 10. It gives you Perplex and Telekinesis and an extra Lightning Bolt. That would bring us up to a sort of a 5 floating Perplex plus the TK. I feel like the 4 Perplex floating around is enough. But if you feel like that's not, this is a possibility to go with on that team that I had thought about before. But ultimately, I decided Spin Ring for the 5 points less so that we could run some other things on this team. So then we've got Groot at 20 points. We know him, we love him. So he's got a 10 attack for 3 damage, 17 defense. If you're not on a Guardians of the Galaxy team, it's 11 attack, 18 defense, which is what he's going to be. And then we're using him for the Walking Woods, so that the Walking Woods can bring back our equipment to Unseen and Thanos, so that we can equip turn 1. And that's really all they're here for. They're good for tie-ups too, don't get me wrong for that. But the whole reason I would run Groot over some other really good Cosmics right now is these Walking Woods make it so that you can get the job done on equipping. So there's Groot. Plus he lends a leadership, so he can pull a token from anybody on this team. And then we have Skyscraper Wonder Woman. Now, if I'm honest, I would be running a Flora Colossal instead of her because it's 5 points less. But she does bring some unique things to the table in the fact that, if I can find her thing right there, she has improved movement, destroys blocking. So she is able to destroy that blocking terrain if somebody's trying to block a line of fire with some, you know, if they win map roll and they put you on a map that's tough to be on because of blocking, she can take care of that. She can take care of barriers for you. So overall, she's just good. She's actually got a pretty decent Colossal Retaliation too, and she adds to the theme bonus, so that's all good there. 10 attack, 3 damage isn't bad, and yeah. So like I said, her Colossal Retaliation is pretty good, but the whole reason she's here is just to add to the theme and to destroy blocking if we need to do that. So that is our 275 point base team. So what are we going to run with this? Because we're playing 300 Modern Age. So we're going to be doing some ID cards and stuff like that. So the first ID card we're going to add is actually a wanted poster. And I don't have it with me to get out, but it's going to be the Wolverine wanted ID poster. And we're going to have 2 different Wolverines on it. The first Wolverine is going to be the 001 Wolverine from the X-Men the Animated Series, the Dark Phoenix Saga, because he's 50 points, so Unseen can call him in, and characters within 3 squares can't use Shape Change or Stealth within that Wolverine. So the idea is that you have Unseen call him in. If you're playing against like a Unimind or something like that, an opposing Unimind that's parked in Stealth is kind of your worst nightmare with this, or anything in Stealth really. You call in that Wolverine. Hopefully you lined up your actions to where Thanos will be able to get a kill shot on whoever it is. You take your kill shot. You know, easy peasy lemon squeezy. The Wolverine itself isn't bad. It's got a 12 attack with Blades, Claws, Fangs, 2 damage, but you're rolling for Blades. So that is an option. If your opponent doesn't have anything that's stealth reliant, you're going to run the XXS. I think it's 53 Wolverine at 50 points. That way he can be called in with Unseen, and we're charging, we're flurrying, we're sidestepping. You know, same thing we've been doing with them. So that's what we're running with that. Then we're also going to be running a Storm ID card, or wanted poster rather, sorry. And we're going to be using the Storm LE, the Phoenix empowered one. And Thanos is going to be calling her in. That's our kill shot with her. We're going to be using Running Shot Pulse Wave with her to try to KO something like an opposing Unseen or something like that. Just getting rid of powers, getting our KO, getting out. And since she's on that wanted poster, they might get the wanted poster bonus from hitting her, but they're not going to be getting her points. Same thing with the Wolverine wanted poster. So those are ones you can burn and not really worry about how you're getting the figures out, which is something that I really like. So then the next thing we're going to be running is a Cyclops ID, and the only Cyclops that I run on my Cyclops ID is the XXS super rare one with the 11 attack, 3 damage, running shot, and psychic blast if he's on the opposing side of the field. And Thanos and Screet and what's his name there, Unseen, are going to be able to get his stats up more than high enough. You know, you figure Thanos, you know, that's 3 that they can do just from Thanos and Screet. So, you know, you can get them up to a 6 damage pretty easily with a reroll. You know, you can get them up to a 11, 12, 13, 14 attack for 3 damage with a reroll if you only need the 3 damage. So, you know, obviously that's pretty good ID card to use. The next one that I'm going to use in the final one, because we've only got 4 figures on this team, is an Iceman ID, the Colossal Iceman from and it's going to be the student ID, the 3-point student Iceman ID, and we're going to be using the Colossal Iceman from X-Men the Animated Series, the Dark Phoenix Saga. And I'm a little torn. You guys let me know in the comments below, because I haven't actually play tested it with that particular figure as to whether or not I would run him at the 15-point starting line or the 100-point starting line. The reason why I'm not sure is because if I run the 15-point starting line, so he's got his 11 attack for 3 damage, 5 movement with charge, but everybody on the team can call him in. So, you know, Wonder Woman can call him in, Groot can call him in, and I think that would catch a lot of people off guard. And if I put him at 100 points, that means only Thanos can call him in. Now that 100-point dial, that 12 attack with 3 damage and outwit, I feel like that's something that's worth doing. But that means that I only have the one guy that can call him in. So far I've got 2 ID cards that, if I run them at 100 points, that's 2 ID cards that only Thanos can call in, 2 ID cards that Thanos or Unseen can call in, whereas if I run Iceman at 15 points, that's 1 ID card that only Thanos can call in, 2 that Thanos or Unseen can call in, and I'm sorry, 3 that Thanos or Unseen can call in, and then 1 that, I'm sorry, yeah, 2 that Thanos or Unseen, and then 1 that anybody can call in. Man, I can confuse myself there for a little bit. So you guys let me know, 15 points or 100 points on that Iceman would be pretty interesting. And that brings us up to 291 points. Now, if I'm looking at that, that means I can either run a map bonus, the Wakanda map for Unseen, makes a lot of sense. Then I could also, if I didn't run that, I could run some kind of 5-point terrain that I wanted to run, which would also make a lot of sense, like a buggy or a invisible jet or anything like that, that type of thing, special terrain. Or I could run a 5-point suited henchman that wouldn't break theme, and then I could run 1 more ID card and have, I believe, 1 point left over. It would have to be a student ID card, but there are more than a couple student ID cards that would open up. I could run Beast for, you know, Outwit and Perplex and Battle Fury and all kinds of fun stuff. I could run Jean and all her iterations. So you guys let me know in the comments below what you would do with that last 9 points on the team. I laid out not all the options, but some of the better options that I could think of. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, give it a share. It really helps keep me motivated to make these videos, and it also lets YouTube know that other people might enjoy these videos. That's all I have for you today. As always, please remember this on Critical Miss if you don't have probability control.